Hello, Dr. O. Alrighty. Who was Amelia Earhart?
Amelia Earhart was an adventurer and a pioneer.
What are the dangers of flying a small plane?
The dangers of flying a small plane is mechanical issues and communications.
What is an adventurer?
An adventurer is a person who has a theory or a quest that needs to go on.
What are women's rights?
Women's rights are rights that were given to women. Like, for example, women was not able to vote. Now, women are able to vote.
Alrighty, and then you want to start us off by reading?
Yes. Amelia Earhart was an adventurer and a pioneer in the field of flying. She did things no other woman had done before. During World War I, Earhart worked as a nurse. She cared for pilots who had been hurt in the war. Earhart listened to what they said about flying. She watched planes take off and land. She knew that she too must fly. In 1928, Earhart was the first woman to cross the Atlantic in a plane, but someone else flew the plane. Earhart wanted to be more than just a passenger. She wanted to fly a plane across the ocean herself. For 4 years, Earhart trained to be a pilot. Then in 1932, she flew alone across the Atlantic to Ireland. The trip took over 14 hours. Flying may seem easy today. However, Earhart faced many dangers. Airplanes had just been invented. They were much smaller than our planes today. Mechanical problems happened quite often. There were also no computers to help her. Flying across the ocean was as frightening as sailing across it had been years before. Earhart knew the danger she faced it. However, she said, "I want to do it because I want to do it." Women must try to do things as men have tried. When they fail, their failure must be a challenge to others. Earhart planned to fly around the world. She flew more than 20,000 miles. Then her plane disappeared somewhere over the huge Pacific Ocean. People searched for a long time. Finally, they gave up. Earhart and her plane were never found.
Alrighty. What was Amelia's main goal?
Amelia's main goal was to fly.
What was Amelia doing in a plane when she first crossed the Atlantic?
When she was in the first, she was a passenger.
How long did it take Amelia when she flew alone across the Atlantic?
14 hours.
Why would flying alone across the Atlantic be an especially dangerous thing to do?
Flying alone across the Atlantic is a dangerous thing to do because of the mechanical issues and the communication problems.
What was one of the dangers of flying in those early days?
The dangers of flying in these early days is losing communication or happen to go in a mechanical problem.
How do we know Amelia believed in equal rights for women?
Amelia believed in equal rights for women because in the second paragraph she had quoted saying, "I want to do it because I want to do it. Women must try to do things as men."
What was Amelia trying to do when her plane disappeared?
She was trying to fly over the huge Pacific Ocean. Oh, she was trying to fly around the world.
Why do you think her plane was never found?
I think her plane was never found because, well, I think mechanical reasons. Or maybe,
What do you think might have happened to it?
It may have gas. I know when you do all that flying, sometimes it gotta go back down because propellers.
Yes, yes.
The propeller, like the model of it.
Alrighty, now we're gonna read the first paragraph and then the first like introductory and the second paragraph. So you can just stop right here.
Okay. Amelia Earhart was an adventurer and a pioneer in the field of flying. She did things no other woman have done before. During World War I, Earhart worked as a nurse. She cared for pilots who had been hurt in the war. Earhart listened to what they said about flying. She watched planes take off and land. She knew that she too must fly. In 1928, Earhart was the first woman to cross the Atlantic in a plane. But someone else flew the plane. Earhart wanted to be more than just a passenger. She wanted to fly a plane across the ocean herself. For 4 years, Earhart trained to be a pilot. Then in 1932, she flew alone across the Atlantic to Ireland. The trip took over 14 hours.
Perfect. Now, can you retell me a little bit about what you just read?
The passage, well, the first half of the passage, what I had read about was Amelia Earhart and how she wanted to be a pilot more than anything, and she paid hard money and worked hard for it to be a pilot. And her main goal was to fly around the world. And the first plane that she flew in, she was going from she was going to she was flying over the Atlantic Ocean. Let's put that one.
Good.
Okay. That's what I put.
No, you're good. Alrighty, we're gonna read these phonics words. And then can you just read them down 1 through 10.
Businesswoman, gravity, encyclopedia, immigrants, miserable, oppressed, nuclear migration, persecution, invadable.
And now we're going to spell. Alrighty. We're going to start with settlement. Misunderstanding. Department. Undoable. Replace. Unexplainable. Hopefulness. Confident. Reducing. Competition. Alrighty. We're done with the spelling. If you want to put your name on the top, you can. And And then the last thing we're going to do one of our Reader's Theater plays that we've been reading. So you'll be the narrator and I'll be the pig. If you give a pig a pancake,
If you give a pig a pancake, she will want some syrup to go with it.
may I please have some syrup?
When she gets all sticky, she want to take a bath.
May I please have some bubbles and a toy?
When you give her your rubber duck, she'll feel homesick.
Will you come visit my family with me?
When she finds your old tap shoe, she will want to dance.
Can we please have some music?
When she starts to dance, she'll want you to take her picture.
Would you please go and get the camera?
When she sees the picture, she'll want to send one to each of her friends.
May I please have some envelopes and stamps?
When you take her to the mailbox, she'll see the tree in your backyard.
Can we please build a treehouse?
When the treehouse is finished, she'll want to decorate it.
May I please have some wallpaper and glue?
When she hangs the wallpaper, she gets all sticky. And remember your favorite maple syrup.
May I please have some of your maple syrup and a pancake to go with it? Do you want to wave to Dr. O? Hi, Dr. O.